Said it's your boy, P Original, Mr. Influential. Hot topic conversation, stimulate your mental. Two cool brothers, same father, same mother. If you're looking for a show like this, you'll never find another. Why? Cause it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Yup, so it's the Porch Podcast, so come on. Yeah, so it's the Porch Podcast. Let's go.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential. And I'm here with my brother, man.
P Original, baby.
Nah, I'm laughing at something different over here. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's do it again. You good? No, we got to start over. I want this. I want all this to be here.
Hey, listen, man. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. and we appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you too. New episode.
I don't know, y'all.
Yeah.
You're getting older, man.
No, it's not that I'm getting older. I'm on the run. As y'all can see the video that was put out.
Y'all.
I'm on the run.
Got him.
Because the PGs are after me.
Yeah.
The powder
got
guys.
it. Yeah. Nah. The police. Nah, you don't be trying to put it on the PGs. Y'all seen that breaking news. Y'all, he's here.
Nah, the funniest person, shout out to Uncle Melvin, man. Uncle Melvin was like, what? He thought it was real.
Uncle's like, come on, Nev. I know, man. He's good, man.
Yeah.
Mistaken identity.
It was a joke,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely was a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Like me and P like to do, I'm going to switch up some things and show because he think I don't know how to do this the same way. So we like to check in with each other, you know what I mean? So P, how was your week?
Oh.
Look at that. Clap it up for that.
Well, no, first off, I didn't know what you was talking about. You was like, it was a joke. Yeah. I'm going to show P right now. I'm going to switch it up. Nah, man, my week was good, brother. You know what I mean? Highlight really took place near the weekend. I want to say through the week was pretty normal. You know what I mean? Weekend, cutting right to Saturday. Took my youngest daughter over to like it's right across the street or something.
Hey, wherever you want to be, man.
No, she's in the Boston Ballet, man. SDP, summer dance program. That's what's up.
I'm gonna clap it up for my niece right there.
That's what's up. Yeah, she over there at Boston University, man. So Saturday was a road trip day for real. Got up in the morning, got down there, about 6 hours and some change. Got her situated, you know what I mean? It was a long day, but she seemed like she was comfortable. Seemed like she's ready for the opportunity, so that's what's up.
That's always a good thing.
They turned around and drove right back same day, you know what I mean, a couple hours later.
Yeah, that was different. How long was that ride?
6 hours and 18 minutes.
Oh, okay.
You know the minutes is because you keep looking at the thing like we almost home. Yeah, 6 hours and 18 minutes. I got up, left here about 6:15 in the morning, and was back here about 5 after 10 that night.
Yeah, you cool. Text me. When you text me, I said, damn.
Rolling. My wife kept offering. You know what I mean? Baby, I'll drive. I drove up and I drove back. Right calf muscle was stupid the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yesterday, she was just like, babe, I told you I could have drove. I was like, nah, I'm just, the leg is dead right now.
Something like when me and Scotty was talking about, man, your body just do weird shit now that you're older.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I caught myself trying to put the vehicle in cruise control, and hey, don't do that too much. Yeah. Because you get too comfortable.
Yeah.
It's like, let me come on up out of cruise control. I didn't, but it had the potential.
You thought about it.
I just, in my mind, my mind started racing, like, what if you get too comfortable?
I clap for you, man, because driving to your crib, I be talking sometimes, you know what I mean? Like that, I ain't even gonna act like, I get tired when I drive.
Yeah, I mean,
especially when the air on.
Dope part about it is, you know what I mean, full tank of gas, I was able to run from here, up there, to leave, coming back home, and I had to stop one time, after fill up when I was here, and it was cool. Like by the time I actually left from there, I still had 100 plus miles on the tank, and it was good. I mean, obviously, you're going up through New York, you know what I mean, and you getting through Rhode Island, and then you getting through Connecticut, or whatever that order is.
New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then you right there. It ain't too bad. Gotta do it again in 3 weeks.
I've never been to Connecticut.
3-4 weeks. So, it was a cool little ride with that. You know what I mean? So that was Saturday. Sunday was a kickback. We'll get into Sunday's entertainment. You know what I mean? The BET Awards at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are now. So like I said, pretty much travel day Saturday, kickback on Sunday. Now we're here.
Okay.
How was yours?
Oh, good. Friday. Friday. Let me tell you. First of all, let's go back here. Thursday. Shout out, happy born day to DK and Chatty-O. Clap it up to them.
Absolutely. What season is it?
Cancer season. You know what I mean?
Shout out to cancer season #1. You know what I mean? My bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? DK and Chad. You know what I I mean?
Happy birthday, Tia. It was her birthday with us too, celebrating.
Shout out to Tia, happy born day.
Yeah, I mean, F. Dot. A lot of forensic people was there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they was all in there. So we was at Decades right there, the old Sticky Wicket.
Yeah, happy
you
born
know what
day
I
to all
mean?
of
Shout
y'all.
out to all the DJs. That was me, William H. C-Talk. And who else was rocking? Chatty-O. Me, William H. C-Talk, Chatty-O. And Jesus.
He was what? No.
Jesus, Bake.
No. Oh, okay.
Bake, DJ Bake.
Bake. I thought
Bake
you
was
you
early.
was like Jesus.
Bake was
3
in
times.
and out.
I'm like,
That's why I was there. As I was coming in, Bake was leaving. That's why I was shout out to my brother Bake, man.
Glad you straightened it out, bro. You said Jesus 3 times.
Jesus was there. No, Jesus
DJing though.
He always is Jesus.
That's
DJing.
not don't.
No, because he lives within. If I'm DJing, he DJing with me. He lives with me, man. He lives in my heart.
I'm not gonna let it happen to me, man.
No, it's not like that, man. It's not like that. Y'all know how I am.
Right. So shout out to the brothers who was there. I'm gonna save my brother.
Yeah.
Because I see what's going on here.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah.
But it's all what you believe in, man. You can make it weird if you want to, man.
That's true.
Yeah. That was Thursday. Friday though.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you what I did Friday.
What you do?
Went to work.
Yeah.
Got off.
Mm-hmm.
Went by one of my favorite pizza shops.
Mm-hmm.
Got a chicken cheesesteak and a pie, right?
Okay.
Ate. Went to sleep. Damn, that Friday was amazing.
Sounds
Boy,
great.
I ain't had a Friday like that. Let's clap it up for that.
Yeah.
Nodded out on the couch, woke up about 9:18, got up, wrapped the food up, and was back asleep by 9:47. Bitch, like that man was. I needed that. I needed that.
Yeah, sound like a good reset right there.
Saturday gig got rained out that I was supposed to have. Shout out to them.
Mother Nature.
Yeah, but it's okay. But Sunday, I want to say a special shout out to Byron Thomas. That's the son of Billy the Kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Let's clap it up for him.
Absolutely.
We had a fundraiser for Byron. You know what I mean? He's dealing with a brain infection that, we was raising funds. But he's in great spirit. He was there and everything. He talked on the mic, all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just said a little jokes, got on a couple of the comedians because they was messing with him a little bit. You know how it is because you know how we play. But it was a good time. Back at the same spot, Decades. So shout out to them. I was there twice this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, that was at the time of recording. That was yesterday.
How old is the young brother? You said
Byron's 12.
Oh,
He's
man.
12 years old. Yeah.
May God lay his healing hands on him and heal him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the family, man. Keep him strong and up-spirited, man. You know what I mean? Amazing things happen when you put amazing
good, brother.
effort
You good,
into
nephew.
it.
You good. You all right.
I mean, we gonna claim a healing already.
Yeah, he was, like I said, bro, he was chilling. He was, you know what I mean? Came over there and said, how you do this, man? Start messing with the turntables and everything. So he was good to go. You know what I mean? That was yesterday. So that's what I was in the weekend, and then now we here, man. Now we doing what we doing. So I worked, but I kind of laid back too. It was,
sound like a good blend, man.
Yeah.
Sound like a blend of, that rare relaxation point.
That rare air.
But you usually don't get that.
No.
You know what I mean? You usually, bro, and that's not a complaint. It just be, you be lined up.
I be on the gizzo.
Yeah. So to have that moment to be able to have that, kickback that's what's up. Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Burnout is real. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you didn't have to deal with that. Well, you know what I mean? Getting right into the meat and potatoes of things, man. BET 2026 specifically, BET Awards came on.
I thought you was about to see the B2K Awards. I was about to say. Speaking of which, we missed it, but they said Pretty Ricky destroyed B2K over it, and it was a big deal over the weekend in the Versus.
Okay.
Yeah, they said it was a nice little Versus they had. I think they was all out there for the BET Awards, but they said Pretty Ricky roasted. I mean, like flamed them. Like, you know what I mean? Pretty Ricky's hotline and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a Versus, them and B2K.
We're kind of back to that conversation somewhat.
Yeah.
About, they killed him. I don't look at those like that.
Right.
So, I mean.
Well, I think what it is it's not a battle. I think when people look at those
yeah, now the battles I look at as battles.
No, they don't look at it as a battles. They just look at who performed better, who had a better song, who brought the most energy, who you felt like got you in that moment to say, like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like even when you go back at like with like one of the most iconic ones is always gonna be Dipset and the Locks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just their energy was unmatched. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
The way they performed, the songs that they had with the Locks. So it's energy like that. Yeah. So that's how people was. It's just it's about timing. It's about placement where you put the record. It's the same thing about a DJ who might play the same songs.
I think we make things competitive anyway. Just people, people just generally. I don't particularly make that competitive, but I think there are people that be like, they did a better show. And I think that you go there with the understanding that you're going to be entertained because it's two groups that you obviously have an interest in.
Yep.
Because you wouldn't watch it if you didn't. So the beauty is slight of anything happening where somebody messes up a song or something like that, you're not going to be disappointed.
Nah.
Because it's people that you're already interested in.
That's what it is. So it's a tribute to the music.
That's exactly what it is. Celebration situation, and I'm not glad that it developed because of COVID, but I'm ironically, because that happened, we have this now. So
a lot of people don't remember who was the first two who started. You know what I mean? Just while we speaking on music, but it's the same two who actually push it and market now, which was Swiss and Timberland.
Yeah,
production wise.
Yeah, people, so, like anything else, they find whatever their draw is for those things, they enjoy it, and it's dope. Speaking, like you said, of the music last night, BET Awards 2026. I enjoyed them. I haven't watched a full award show probably in years.
Yeah, I didn't catch it yet because I was.
Yeah, but you caught bits and pieces of different things.
Oh yeah, I don't even got to see it to understand and know what's going on.
That's without a doubt. You ain't got to watch the award show. I mean, I didn't watch them, and to be totally transparent, my daughter asked me to watch it with her. There's a good chance that this year I may not have caught the entire situation as well.
Probably wouldn't have watched it if you ain't watch it and. You watch the award show
highly unlikely.
23 years.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So, I mean, the good thing about it is that, obviously there was different artists in it. You see the different generations of music that was involved in it, but everybody comes there because the concept of it is it the biggest night in black excellence, right? That's kind of one of the things that people was asking about the whole situation about the BET Awards. Because that's what they were referring to it.
That's how they market it.
They marketed a lot. And I think it was pretty good. You know what I mean? Of course, you got performances. You got awards. You got Icon. You got, Living Legend Awards. You got all of these different things. Now, I'm not sure what you saw of it.
But speak on all of it.
But all right, so what's your overall grade of it? Like, what would you give it? Because you didn't really see it.
From what I've heard,
what you've heard,
what I've heard, this had to be the best one in a long time.
Okay,
because I did the review because I'll watch in and out of all award shows anyway. When it comes to music,
sure.
See, I'm a person who like to watch people perform.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And when I see people perform and put on a show, because for the fact that they label it the way that you just said they label it, right? Then you're supposed to show up. Yeah, and perform.
Yeah,
and a lot of people, when I see that and I look at that, it's more so like we're gonna put them on here because they got a hot record right now.
Right. Who's hot? Yeah.
So like I love Ever Since You Left Me. I love Minx in Miami. But when I just was watching, I did see that performance. What I say? Yeah, they up here fucking up the words and everything right now. Yeah, because really they had the track playing in the background and they not saying the same shit that's playing in the background. That was easy.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You also said they probably were
probably had a little weed in them, a little alcohol. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know though.
No, you don't.
Because Rick Ross said up 4 days we was snorting that white. You never know if that powder was involved.
He said in the lyric.
Yeah.
Now here's my thing with that.
He's referred to cocaine too many times in his song.
We're not gonna get into that debate. So I'm gonna tell you now, you won if that's the case. So what I'm gonna say is this though. The reality of it is you're right. It's their words.
It's their words.
I can see if you rapping my song.
Yeah.
And it's your words.
It's your words. Right?
I mean, we ain't gonna never have a flawless show. Yeah. I think we always gonna have something in it because I think we got to go here on the situation first and foremost. I do like how they opened it up. T.I. opened it up,
right?
You know what I mean? T.I. opened it up. I think it's fitting. Last album, Killer King. I think all of that stuff is it was great that they allowed him to come out there. King out there. In the car. He driving. It was dope. It was absolutely dope. And then there's the Druski parts, right? So Druski.
Oh, no, yeah.
So, no. And here's my thing. I don't know how you feel about it.
I love Druski.
I love Druski, too. I think when I watch the awards, right, when you think about things like Black Excellence, right, there's a certain stigma that I think comes a little bit with our music anyway, right? Hey. There's a thing that comes along with that that's a little bit different. We have to be a certain type of way.
We have to.
He came out, I don't know if you saw how he came out, but he came out with the cables on him, like the pastor again, and they was bringing him across the crowd. Rick Ross' face said it all.
What did he say?
He didn't have to say anything. His face was like... Come on, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Came out, he unhooked himself, and he began to, host the show. I love what Druski does as far as a comedian. I think that he definitely tight ropes certain things, and you have to be, I guess, bold to some degree.
I like that type of comedy
to be in that space. Mm-hmm. Sure. And I almost wanted to kind of look into the crowd of certain people. Obviously, you got different generations of people there. Because I can't, and it's a shame, I should know this woman's name right now. It's another one of the ladies, older light-skinned lady. I'll get her name at some point or another. She was also being recognized as an icon as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite sure there was a few people who squirmed in their seats because his brand of comedy is probably a little bit different for certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Even the joke he was like making about the situation dealing with like what they were asked to wear. They want you, it's Black excellence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There's a certain kind of, and he said, you know what I mean, Max B, what you ain't get the memo in so many words, or everybody else was up to par with that situation. I think that there's some people who probably felt a certain type of way. And I may even go as far as saying, because my daughter made a good point about it, it was intentional. Like when he did it the first time.
Yeah.
And people were upset about the whole thing when he did the whole scene before when he was the pastor. And it was kind of like one of those moves where if you was pissed off before, I'm going to make sure you mad this time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Intentionally.
And that's why I love it. Because he do what he want to do.
And I'm not against, but see, my thing is this. Even with that being the case, us, once again, as a culture of people, I think that there's a certain thing that we do. And there's a certain expectation of how we present ourselves that's a little bit different because we're graded differently, right? I don't think they made a mistake with having Druski as the host. I think he's super talented. Do I think that there was some things that he probably said or maybe went a little too far with, or some of the things that he was saying about certain people? Sure. Of course there's going to be people who felt some type of way about it. Because I feel like they, like when you listen to Lauryn Hill, I don't know if you said you couldn't get all of it, Lauryn Hill's acceptance speech.
I heard the acceptance speech. I wanted to see the tribute.
The tribute.
Yeah,
okay.
I seen the speech.
Tribute was dope too.
Yeah.
But the acceptance speech, it almost was like this is to not clean up what Druski's doing, but it's to let it be known like there's a standard for us. That's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Two different generations of entertainment.
Also, she was getting the Icon Award. That's how icons speak. But at the same time, he's not worried about being an icon. It goes back. It's been like this. It goes back to Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor. It all depends on who you the fan of. I'm the Richard Pryor guy. Say what you want to do and do what you want to do. I don't care. If the show allowed it, then obviously they were okay with it.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to offend some people.
Yeah.
I'm just one of the people that don't care that I offend people when I do that. Like if I'm telling jokes and being comedy, it's not for everybody.
Right.
Everybody's comedy is not for everybody. Yeah. That's the thing that I love about comedy. Mm-hmm. And I've seen a lot of comedians. You know, I've DJ'd a lot of comedy shows, whether it's comedians that a lot of people know, whether it's amateur comedians that people don't know, and it's always going to be somebody that goes too far. But it's a joke. I could take hard jokes that's funny, and I could take a little pity. But to me, him doing that, I don't think that was too much. I ain't even got to see it. Don't think it was too much.
Yeah. No, I think that it's a certain thing that you do in certain environments. Like, I'm not taking nothing away from him. I think, bro, there's gaps and pockets of different generations of everything. We talk about music, sports, any of these different things. And the way that people kind of, make their entry into any of those worlds and then become who they need to be in those worlds is different. Like you said, you use Richard Pryor and
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, two different brands of comedy, but comedians both within the sound. In the same. There's certain things, because being a comedian, I would assume I've never been one. They always tightrope certain things. They're always like there's a thing that we say all the time that Dave Chappelle can only do. Only Dave Chappelle can do it. You know what I mean? You can, as of now, there may be another guy who's comes along or another person who comes along down the road, but there's a certain level of expectation. That night was being promoted as Black excellence, and there were certain things that, but like the way it was being said, like I'm not mad at Druski, but even when you listen to the crowd, and I wasn't there to hear the audience, it almost was like certain points was like,
but BET allowed it.
They put
the show together. When he did all of that, that all had to be rehearsed. That all had to be. They could have said, Druski, we hired you to be the host. We know that, but we don't want that. They didn't, because they allowed him to be who he is as a comedian. See, Dave Chappelle, the type of comedy that he does, comes from where he comes from. Richard Pryor, he'll tell you, my mom was a hoe, my dad was a pimp. So for him to talk crazy like that, that's common. Bill Cosby, look at it. He created shows like the Cosby Show, a different world. You know what I mean? HBCUs, all that type of stuff, right? When you sit there, you think about it, it's where they come from. Druski has been this same type of comedian, whether it was on social media, whether it is what it is, to the point where people might say it's ignorant. But that's what, like, when I knew he was being hired to be the host, I knew that was something like that was going to happen. Sure. Because that's what he does.
No, I'm not mad at that point. To be clear, I'm not mad at Druski.
I know you're not.
But what I'm saying is the night was promoted as Black excellence.
I wouldn't have changed.
Right? Clearly, he got the same thing that you got.
I understand what you're saying,
but what I'm saying is there's certain things, like, it worked in that environment last night. Like you said, a lot of that stuff is rehearsed and all of that. All I'm telling you is there was parts where you could see people squirming in their seats. Obviously, he's going to do that.
But it's expected.
It's a little bit different, right? Because like when he was making statements like he was saying before, like he was like, praise God, this, that, and the third, fine shit. Find your seat, fine shit. It kept saying it and then going right back. It was just like, you could see, I'm telling you, when you seen Rick Ross' face, like, bro, like, it's one of those risque things. You put it out there for the people who comfortable with it, they enjoy that element of it. Like I said, I think it's and I don't know if we can agree on this or not, but there's a place for everything.
It is. But at the same time, just like you sit here, you saying everything that you saying, it's going to be conversations like this. That's why they do it. That's why I try to tell you about it. It's the same thing, me coming back from the New York Knicks parade. When I was in the parade and I said, now, I know y'all seen on the media a lot of wild stuff to happen. I'm not saying the wild stuff, but where I was at and when I was moving around, it was nothing but love. That's what the media is. That's what we see nowadays.
Sure, and I think it's people,
you know
too.
What I mean?
We have some things that we're comfortable with that maybe other people aren't. I even agree with those things. You got some people that seen that and was like, they were fine with it. You know what I mean? Because they don't.
It's funny to me, man.
And whether it was humorous, not humorous. Like I said, when you sit there and you was watching it, it was certain parts that you saw that made people uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And it was just like, okay, maybe that was done intentionally for it to be a conversation.
So let me ask you, do you think it's an issue because he was acting as a pastor? Or was it what he was saying, like, because you could turn around and go away from that, but he not gonna fly out of the sky. Put a person like Mike Epps up there, and he gonna be just as quote unquote ignorant as a person gonna look at it as. Or back in the day when you had a Bernie Mac or a Robin Harris, may they rest in peace, they gonna be the same way. When you hire certain comedians and certain people, you know what you're gonna get. I'm not saying clean cut comedy, but if you want a certain type of comedy, then you need like a Chris Rock who did it before, and they gonna say a couple things here and there, but it's still not gonna be as wild as a Druski. Any and everybody who know Druski, if you follow his career, not just from the little social media reels and stuff like that.
Sure.
Stuff like Could Have Been Records and the love stuff. He is the same way all the time. Right. So once he was named as the host, you knew some wild shit was going to happen. Even the people there, they may not necessarily be fans of him, but that's what BET wanted to do. I don't think
anybody was surprised.
No, I don't think they was.
What I'm saying is surprised and uncomfortable is two different things. No one was surprised.
But I think anybody that's in the comedic world knows that they're going to.
I just said that they're going to tightrope. Yeah. Most of them tightrope certain things. Right. I understand that. Like I said, like bro, when I looked at the situation, I'm not going to sit up and act like I didn't laugh at things that he was doing. Some of them, you know what I mean. Whether I was bothered with the situation or not, I was home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Other people are going to make whatever assessments they want to make off that situation. Clearly, we know what that thing happened the first time when he was being brought in with the cables underneath his arms. What it did the first time, right? For some people, not all.
Right.
For him to do that again intentionally, BET had to be comfortable enough to say, "I know that pissed people off the last time."
They absolutely were.
But you gonna come out like that again? You comfortable with coming out like that again? Yeah, sure, I'll come out like that again. At one point, it was even cool. Keke Palmer kind of made a play on the situation and was like, well, you shouldn't even had his job. I should be the one doing that. You saw that part. And I thought that was cool, how she did it. And I think she wound up introducing Cardi B coming out.
She did.
You know what I mean? So I think that it was cool how they did it. And I know what they did was they just took what the opinion is of that person or those people are, and they used it in that situation. See, BET gonna give Druski an opportunity because first off, he black. Let's be completely honest. He's black, so giving him an opportunity is what we supposed to be doing, right?
He got motion.
He got motion.
A whole lot of it.
He's doing good. I already paid I forget, bro. I don't know if it was $1 million to do that thing that he did. That whole skit with the whole thing with the as the pastor and all that. I can't confirm it, but I heard it was it was at least $1 million. You know what I mean? That's his brand of comedy. That's what he does. I get it. I'm not upset with any of it. What I'm saying was last night, with a situation being promoted as a big night of black excellence, I think that there was some risque parts. I think it was some things that it was a little bit different.
I think if he would have been any type of way, he wouldn't have been himself, and he'd have been upset with himself.
He wouldn't have been.
But he might have been upset with himself. See, I think that's what everybody forgets that all the time is when you're performing and you're doing something for people, it's you wanna entertain them, but it has to be still at a thing that you're happy with. It's the same thing with me DJing. Right. I don't want to play a bunch of music I don't like. Right. It's like that's why sometimes like somebody asked me, and I've done Sweet 16s and stuff for people. Somebody asked me recently, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. I can't do that. They like, I'm almost 45 years old. I'm not relating to these 16-year-olds the same way. I know you calling me because I'm your boy. Yeah. But I don't really want to do that because what they listen to, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Right. It's somebody out there else that will play that. You know what I mean? And it's always, and then sometimes I end up doing it. And then when I do it, and then by the end of the night, you know how many times I sit there and be like, yeah, I'm about to give up all this shit because it's not that. So if you can't do it your way, sometimes
I ain't mad at that.
And you know that as an artist yourself.
Yeah.
It's like,
for sure.
So I get people being uncomfortable, and I think he is perfectly fine in his own skin, understanding that he was going to rub some feathers the wrong way.
I think he went into it
ruffle some feathers the wrong. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And I'll say this, and I still think they picked the right host.
Yeah.
I said all of that stuff that to still say that.
No, I know you.
You know what I mean?
And then Keke Palmer, and she's another one that's doing great and doing this, and she's who she is.
Sure,
she's an excellent host. She even hosts this game show called Password.
Okay,
that I didn't know about till the other day when I went to my mother-in-law, father-in-law house, and my mother-in-law.
They had it on.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's Keke Palmer.
When it come on?
I don't know. It was just on.
Okay, no doubt.
I was there picking something up. I was picking Ava up. That's what I was doing.
Okay. And they just had to join on.
Yeah, they had on.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, and I said, wow, look at this. But, but I get it. He even if he doesn't do the pastor scene, right?
Yes.
It's a lot of
I still would have felt the same
It's a lot of people who wouldn't like Druski because they might think, this motherfucker play too much.
I think
that's me.
I think that they expect
what
Druski to be Druski.
Exactly. That's all.
Let me say that part.
Right.
Do I think that there's certain things that would have been unlike him if he changed? Absolutely.
Right.
He would have changed certain aspects of it. But do I think that there are certain events, certain times, certain names? Like when I hear anything excellence, there is a expectation that I hear in that is next level. That is very classy, very, very, for lack of terms, clean, very, very, you know what I mean, pristine in that sense.
They say it every year, though.
Right. So when you think about it, like I think about it from that place, right? Because I know the brother's capable of doing a lot of different amazing things. I like I said, kudos to him. I think BET did a bang-up job in selecting him as the actual host. But there are certain things where you look at it and you say to yourself, I do also understand the people who are uncomfortable. And I don't feel like, not you per se, but there are some people that be like, man, he just got to, he being, they still can feel uncomfortable because there was some things he was saying and there was some things that he was doing that depending on where you sit at in life, you may be like, it's kind of tough, bro, like how you said it like that. So that's what I think. But BT, I guarantee you factored all of these things in when they made their selection. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, we all on the move, y'all. I got something for y'all today that's going to make you go wow when you see it. I got something that, because you got to travel anyway, you're on the move, whether it's business or leisure or whatever it may be, right here. Right here. Super dope bag from a super dope company called Ugly Duckling. Makes men and women apparel, top-notch stuff, quality stuff. Let me stop talking about it and let y'all see the bag. That's really what you want to see anyway, right? First off, can we talk about how I come in a nice little netted bag here? You know what I mean? I think that's pretty good. Logo on the front right here, Ugly Duckling. Can we look at the quality of the stitching? Look at the stitching, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you check this out. You see how you got the swan? Yeah, that's nice, right? We're going to take our time. We're going to turn around and hit it with this right here. Bam! See that on the back? They ain't sparing no expense. Bam! Look at this in the back. Huh? I didn't put that on there. That's part of it, bro. That's part of it. That's part of what it comes with. Look at the style. They want to make you... Ugly Duckling. Oh, Ugly Duckling. Yeah, that's who made this right here. Yeah, uglyduckling.com. Oh, yeah, got this and a whole bunch of other stuff. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna keep no secrets from y'all when I find a company that do it right. Huh? It's only right that I share this with y'all. So you make sure if you in the market right now for some top quality apparel, i.e. look at my young vet salute, Jersey Cat apparel, and now Ugly Duckling. Make sure y'all go check them out, man. Check that website out. I'm telling y'all, man. You're gonna love it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. But make sure y'all go to today for this bag and all the other super dope stuff they got. Y'all be good. I got a trip I'm on. I'll see y'all later. Get y'all bag. I got mine. Peace, man. Woo.
Like I said, I think it's easier, and I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm speaking for myself. It's easier when you're involved and you're around so many, in their own way, Druskis. That just becomes a common thing.
Yeah. And there's certain people even that like that say they're not Druski on a personal level.
Yeah.
Like there are certain people that if I was doing certain things and I would want them, I would say I would have to make a decision before I even talk to them.
Yeah.
If this person got to be themselves, and then I may not ask them. They may not be what I need for that. But because you got some people, I'm gonna be me, and I get it because I was a person who clearly said that on more than one occasion. So I understand when you don't pick me.
Right.
Because there's clearly something that kept me out of that conversation.
Now, do I think he can adjust? Absolutely. I don't think he can't. I think BET wanted him to be him. I really believe that.
Yeah, I agree.
I really believe that BET wanted him to be. And if you pay attention, like even last year when the awards was going on, they kept showing him in the crowd so much.
Yeah.
Because I think Kev was the host last year. Yeah. I know he wasn't 24, but he might have been in 20.
Because Kai was on stage at one point or another.
Yeah, and he was hanging out, with Kai. Again, and you looked in the crowd. Shout out to Skeet Carter because it was Skeet, and you seen Skeet a couple times.
Where's
in this
about?
one.
Shout
It
out
was
to Skeet.
It was Skeet Carter, Philly's own Skeet Carter, Kevin Hart hanging out, Druski, and Kai Cenat.
That's a fact.
They was all hanging out together. So Kev might have told him, "You're gonna be doing this next year, bro." You never know.
Easily.
No,
Once again, do I think they made a bad decision? No, because I think he hot as fish grease. I think that Druski has a talent that's all his own. I think he does. I think he does an exceptional job with making all the stuff. Do I think that applies in every arena?
Now,
That maybe not.
it also depends on who's the producer of the show. See, the producers change every year, and a lot of these shows. Me working on certain shows myself, where I've seen certain producers of the whole show be like, "This is the type of energy they want." That you have some is they want to act like it's a Broadway play. Nothing against them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Sure.
I think the black tie affair thing is becoming a trend for two things. One, Nas just had the 30th anniversary of the Illmatic album.
that's right.
Right? And I went to the show and he was on tour. You wore suits and you didn't have to. But right now, Jeezy has a residency in Vegas where you have to wear a suit.
Bro,
and tie,
I like it.
right? Because he has an orchestra with him. He has the orchestra with him. They both was with the orchestra, but Jeezy was like, Nas let you came free. Your kids, you bring your kids, everything, because he looks at it as art. Jeezy was like, I want you to dress up like you're going to the symphony.
Yeah.
And that's becoming a trend.
Yes.
So
bro. Yes.
it's a beautiful thing. I have no problem doing it at all.
Because I think that at some point or another, it's not about you correcting the stigma. It's about you understanding that there is a lot of one-sided looking at what that culture is.
Right.
So when we do certain things, that's why I believe that they promote it from a place of excellence. Because I want you to see, you already know that BET, you know what I mean, Black Entertainment Television, you know what I'm saying? You already looking at it. It's called that because that's what it is. If I put excellence on something, that means everybody has to bring themselves to a specific level.
You're somebody's best.
I love it. Because it already carries this kind of negative connotation, of like, yo, it's rap, it's this kind of music, because you're going to still get the performances, right? Like Cardi still had her performances, you know what I mean? She still did what she did, you know what I mean? T.I. still came out. He was dope with the situation, you know what I mean? The tribute that they did to Lauryn Hill was exceptional. It was beautiful. They did something even for the situation with D'Angelo. Beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, so there's a way that you do it where it's classy. And I feel like even if it's for one night, we're going to show the world who's watching this situation. We can operate from a place of excellence. That's all the situation is. I'm not taking nothing from, because who you are that got you there, you're going to still be there when you leave.
I ain't say you taking it away. I don't think you taking it away
But
from
some people be like,
no, I don't think you taking it away from.
like, bro, I may talk a certain type of way, just using that for an example, around certain people.
Me too.
And I don't talk about around other people.
I'm an adapter.
Right. So you got other people who may turn around and be like, yo, man, this is how I talk.
Yeah.
And it don't matter who it is. And you may be around, you might be like that, bro. That's
Shout out to my brother Ron Ski. That's him.
okay. Shout out to little bro. But you know what I mean? But you look at them and you say they might not be able to be there. Because they're gonna be
he can come. He can come.
I'm just saying. Nah, I'm not talking about bro. I want but see, that's what I'm saying. Nah. Because if you can't control it, no, you can't.
He can control it. He can control it.
Oh, okay. So but that's just me. Like if I'm orchestrating something, I'm up there and I'm thinking about that situation. Not tonight. We're not gonna do that tonight. You know what I mean? Because tonight we're gonna make it special for whatever the situation is. That's all I'm talking about in that situation. Because I guarantee you, bro, there was enough amazing things that took place. Like I said, even the situation with Tiana Taylor. Do you think how you feel about her being the living legend? How you think?
She was the icon of what the living legend.
I'm sorry.
Just an icon.
Living legend was Lauryn Hill. How do you feel about the Icon Award?
I think it was the Icon of the Year.
It was.
Yeah.
It was for Tiana Taylor.
Excellent. Beautiful. See, the one thing about Tiana Taylor that, funny story, I remember years ago meeting Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
Me and DKL. She had one of her first singles, if not the first single, but one first single I knew her for. It was called Google Me.
Okay.
And D tried to do he did. He did a remix. He did a verse over it and everything. And we actually was able to put that CD in her hand and let her be able to listen to it, take it with her, with everything. But we met her coming out of Power 99.
Yeah.
And had a conversation. And to see her from there.
Mm-hmm. To where she is now.
I just like growth of people.
Yeah.
So, but what she's done in her career, absolutely. Yeah. Actress.
Yeah.
When she makes music, it's super good. See, the music industry is not easy. Mm-hmm. You're going to have your same stars a lot of times.
True.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got, and especially in R&B, you got your Beyoncés, your Rihannas.
Yep.
You know, Rihanna could not make an album for years and they'll start looking for it. You know what I mean? So when you're a female trying to become in this game and you doing what you're doing, not say her music is overlooked, but some people, if you never listen to her album, you're missing some great music.
I think she's amazing.
You're missing some, like,
she's coming on strong to that area.
But I start with the music area.
Yeah.
Like, you're missing some hits, some dope sounding music. Like,
oh yeah.
That, and she can dance. She was always that.
True.
That one that could do it. I can't remember exactly what show that was, but she was literally dancing with a boot. And she was just because nothing's going to stop her. Mm-hmm. So watching her career grow, going to these movies. What was the movie on the Tyler Perry movie?
Yeah, when she was the cop.
Straw.
Yeah,
Straw.
Yeah.
I can't.
Taraji.
Yeah, Taraji, but it's the one that's from around the way.
Oh yeah. The sister when I worked in the bank.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Used to be at Tiff Chris career.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyway, Straw.
Yeah.
They flat out, the way she played that, you know what I mean? She done been nominated for Oscars, all of that.
Yeah.
So, yes, she's supposed to get that Icon Award, Icon of the Year. I can see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and not even with her. And I know this is going to seem like when a lot of people watch the show, I'm not picking on people.
Right.
Because I think all of them are amazing. I do think that she deserved the Icon Award. I think that she is, like you said, bro, a multiple threat, you know what I mean? Singing, dancing, and the ability to act. Mm-hmm. Janet Jackson was the person who did presented her the award. Mm-hmm. And she said she always looked at Janet Jackson. She looked up to Janet Jackson. Mm-hmm. But she used the B word like 3-4 times when she was accepting everything and she was up there talking.
That's just what a lot of people are in they place, bro.
And once again, bro, I guess where I am with it is this, right? I hadn't seen them in a few years. I'm not being critical of these people because I don't think that
you saying they could have presented it different ways. Huh?
People. What I'm saying is there are so many moments that are opportunities for us to be able to show how we can speak and present ourselves in a way other than what the stigmas are suggesting. So there's certain things when you see it like even in this moment, let me not talk like that, right? Because you'll do that and you'll thank God it's all in the same breath. It's all in the same breath. It's almost like not even a pause. But I'm not saying that you can't be a person and still do that because nobody's flawless. But I do think that there are moments that we could exercise a little bit more restraint on certain things.
Yeah, but it's even back in that time, it was always people that was like them. They just weren't the ones winning awards. It was always the people that was like that. You're not gonna see a lot of, and I don't mean to be fun. I'm just saying it to be funny or nothing. You're not gonna see a lot of the Claire Huxtables, things that you seen, Felicia Rashads that you seen back in the day. Nowadays, all the time. Would I have cussed? Nah. I don't. I challenge myself, but some people have this mind state of I'm going in, being exactly myself, and that's and I'm not saying you saying something's wrong with that.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. It's just that you're not necessarily going to see that all the time.
You're not.
Yeah.
I just think that because these people are in positions to be recognized, right? And it's going to be, it's historical. The things that are taking place are historical. Maybe there's certain things that you don't want to be a part of the recognition during that history, right? Maybe there's certain things that I can come off and say a little bit differently because, my son, my daughter, other children may look at this, or people who I am, who are inspired by me may see this certain thing. So it's a little bit different, right? When you see certain things and you see that people are not filtered in a sense that they're not trying to use some restraint on certain things like that. For me, it was just like, okay, I'm happy for you.
Right.
And I can't tell you how to talk. But there were certain things, bro. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that it wasn't certain things that I was like, come on, sis. You know what I mean? Or come on, bro. Like, it's Black excellence tonight.
It's a lot of Uncle Marv's, man. Like how Uncle Marv was at the church.
I get it. Even that, bro. Even that scene. Oh, my gosh.
I wouldn't beat on people, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I understand it. And I'm at home, as other fans are, and I'm watching it from the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it was just certain things that I think that I came away from the awards, and I was, first off, once again, I think everybody who won an award, everybody who performed, were deserving of all the opportunities and all the accolades that they received. I totally believe that. Mm-hmm. But I just think that sometimes, we have these opportunities to change some of the stigmas that come along with what already is presented with that particular situation with the culture. And we don't always take those moments to say, I'm going to show myself different.
But I think some people feel like even if they did, the stigma's going to always be there regardless. And they don't care. So if this stigma's going to be there, right, I'm going to just be me. I think that's just how some people see it, bro.
Well, everybody teach his own.
It really is.
But me,
why I'm not worried about the stigmas because I wouldn't be that way. I know me. I say sir and ma'am all day.
That's why we ain't gonna deal with the hypothetical. Right. We're dealing with what happened last night, right?
So, but I think like I said, but in their minds, I think they're just not worried about the stigma. They feel like I've got here being myself, and now I'm the host of BET Awards. I've got here being myself, and now I'm the icon of the year. Mm-hmm. Like in their minds, it's not a thing for them.
So cleaning their vocabulary in a sense. I'm asking this question.
Right.
How does that change who they are as a person?
It doesn't. But I'm just telling you how they may think. Because what you're saying is you feel like they should have. And
I do.
And they feel like, well, I'm gonna just be what been working. That's all it is. So in those situations, you sometimes gotta just agree to disagree. I agree. The funny thing about it, all this I'm saying for you, I'm almost like it's like I'm defending them. It's not. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is, because I deal with so many people, I know people just like them.
Yeah.
And that's just how they see it.
Yeah.
I walk in the room being exactly who I've always been because it works. Man, you have conversations. You can go away from a person's personality and we can just talk about certain things. Be like, oh, I never stepped in and did that because it was working. In their mind, they may say it works.
I think they do. And I'll
that's
say
just
this.
what it is.
Remember, like even the analogy you used a little while ago about Bill Cosby and let's just say Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
I think Bill Cosby, assumption, definitely never had the conversation with the man, and I'm not in his mind. Mm-hmm. He probably said, I'm going to make the comedy that can go everywhere. Because this can go everywhere. It's filtered. I can get the jokes off, and this can go everywhere. Where Richard said, I'm comfortable with the fact that this is only going to be acceptable in certain rooms.
Absolutely.
So I agree with you. There are certain people at certain things, and they're both regarded as some of the greatest comedians.
Because they're not necessarily doing it for the reward. They're doing it for them.
That's fine.
That's all.
But what I'm saying is it's like certain people, they'll look up sometimes and they'll make statements like, heck, why didn't even look my way? And you find out later on that what they were looking for, that's really not who you are. And they respect you being you as so much that they didn't even come and bring it to you because now you didn't get the opportunity because you're going to be you.
Perfect example is Paul Mooney.
Okay. Any of these people that you're going to talk about, they were all comfortable enough in their skin to be who they were. Mm-hmm. Not knocking any of that. What I realized about myself, taking it off them for a second, there were certain things that I would do. And I would say, I'm going to narrow my opportunities. Mm-hmm. If I don't adjust some things. Right? Could be my attitude. It ain't just about be my vocabulary. It can be my attitude. It can be my face. You know, some people, they call it RBF. You know what I mean? You got certain situations, the way that a number of different things. And what I realized with me is if I wanted to be able to be outside of what they would call the normal in that particular situation, I had to become more fundamentally sound. I had to become more rounded so I could be in this environment, that environment, and them not worry about, if I put him over there, is he going to do that? You understand what I'm saying? It's not that they don't respect me as a person in the way that I got to where I got to in my craft, but they do rest knowing that he gonna be able to, be a Swiss Army knife. That's my thing anyway. Always being flexible enough to be a Swiss Army knife.
I'm that myself.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that they picked the right people. I think the people that got the awards were the right people. I think the people who performed were their moments. Sure. Was I the only person? I didn't turn away from it. I tell you what, it didn't bother me enough for me to change the channel. I'm just having a conversation with you about the fact that there were certain moments that I felt like was like, that's gonna be a conversation. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Yeah. Shout out to all of the people.
And again, that could have very well been their angle for it to be a conversation.
It had to be, bro. Like you said, it's rehearsed.
There
to some degree. I don't think
look
it's
at
too
the
much
government
ad-lib
right now. Like, look at
Yeah. Now I will say this.
Right, seriously.
Not only with that situation without Druski and them, I'm gonna say this for the record, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They gotta stop trying to read them teleprompters with them shades on, man.
Oh yeah, now you gotta be able
Ice Cube had his joints on. It was a couple times he was like, and the people was like, yeah. And the rest of them, and I'm like, yo, he can't read it. He can't see it. And I know we cool and that's part of our wardrobe and all that kind of stuff. But once again, there's certain
sometimes
things.
it hides the eyes, man.
No, every time.
Yeah.
It hides the eyes every time.
Yeah, but
hides them every time. Whether it's just hiding the eyes or what's behind the eyes, it's two different things.
Because the eyes don't lie.
Yeah, they don't lie. You know what I mean?
I can tell you who didn't have the shades on.
Who?
Druski.
Only when he was acting like Jade at one point.
Yeah.
I only think he had. Did he have
other than that, when he was the pastor, he didn't have more.
Definitely did not.
That's my point.
He definitely did not.
So was he being what? Nah, that's right.
No,
professional or not at the time?
He was being a pro the whole time.
Yeah.
He wasn't never not being a pro.
Nah,
I do think that they made the right choice with him. Once again, I didn't change the channel, so I wasn't that bothered.
I didn't even see it.
You saw some of it,
but I laugh at everything. Like, that's just me.
I mean, and then you also have to be the type of person who respects people for who they are, right? Not necessarily so much how they're presented. If you're not a person that's bothered by certain things that other people do,
that's me.
Then you'll be fine with those type of situations. If you are, then it's probably not the best places for you to tune in. Mm-hmm. It's just like I said, bro, anybody who felt like it was too much that was sitting at home, they could have changed the channel. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was there, they could have left. Ray J was there.
We know he don't give a damn.
Ray J was there, man. They kept getting on him too.
Yeah.
Ray J was supposedly the pastor part when he was like, yo, Ray J's gonna be able to donate $50,000.
He got another fight coming up.
I seen he was trying to fight.
Nah, you know who he's supposed to be fighting?
I saw it. I just
Orlando Brown.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Yes.
I didn't see that. That's crazy.
Guess what I realized the other day?
What?
Major Payne. I woke up, Major Payne was on my TV.
Forgot that was Orlando Brown.
I forgot he was the little boy, man.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. Because he was normal then. Normal's a funny word. He wasn't this Orlando. I told you Orlando Brown made Ray J look normal. I told you. Druski said to Ray J last night, you lied. You said you was dying. You ain't dead.
Yeah.
And I was like, Druski.
I know dudes just like him, P.
Yeah, they didn't host the BET Awards.
I know dudes just like him.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but that's why it doesn't bother me. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, it bothers me.
Yeah, I know it does. I know you. I can see it.
It bothers me.
Regular comedy shows sometimes get on your nerves if they talking about it. Why do you keep fucking with him? Why do they keep talking about that one person right there?
I think that, you know what? This is going to sound crazy before we get into these questions. There's one word that makes me feel like there's a certain way that we should have approached last night.
Yeah.
Excellence.
Yeah. Oh, no, I get it.
And I think that is the only thing that has me bothered. If it was BET, what's the comedy joint back in the day on BET, whatever.
Let me explain this though.
Well,
excellence is a whole thing.
Yes.
But to some people,
yeah,
excellence ain't nothing but how they dress, bro.
That's cool. That ain't my excellence. But you just broke another excellence.
That's all I'm saying.
My excellence is it's not only what you're wearing. First off, bro, the whole thing with clothes with me, I'm so That has nothing to do with that for me. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying.
What makes a person excellent to me is how that person made you feel. Mm-hmm. That's excellence. Did you learn something from them? Did they make you feel better about yourself in any way? Is there something that they did that is memorable that you can't never forget? And when you see them, they are the postmark or they're the poster child or poster person of what you think an excellent person would look like or some of the things that they would do.
Right.
That to me is what excellence is.
It is. However, they knew the host they was hiring. And they knew he was going to be.
Yeah, no.
He was going to be who he was.
Yeah, nobody was surprised by it. Once again, I didn't change the channel. But excellence to me, brother, is a different level than normal.
I agree with you.
What Druski did last night was Druski's normal. To some people, he may have been excellent. To me, I'm thinking that we're working in excellence tonight. We're working at a different level than normal. We're not working at the normal level.
I think you know what else throws you to? When the last time you watched the award show?
I don't remember the last one I watched.
They've been saying that same shit for the last decade.
Okay, but I just told you the
same
word.
type of show.
But I just told you.
That's my point I'm making.
I told you what the word was that did that for me.
I think that's what the biggest thing is for you, too. If you haven't watched in years, and they've been naming it the same thing, Black Excellence in years, and it's been the same type of wild shit for the last decade, I think that's why I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked.
Or I'm not surprised, or it's not even weird to me because it's common for the BET
And once again, like you said, to give credit, I haven't watched it in a while, but on top of not watching in a while, once again, there's also that concept of what excellence is to me, regardless of the BET Awards.
No, I know what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Black entertainment, TV, excellence, and then there's a standard that I think that we hold ourselves to. You know what I mean? Get into some questions, bro.
Welcome to another episode of Good Questions, where P's going to ask me a series of questions, and I'll probably have some answers. I might not. I'm gonna say some shit. I know me. All right, let's go. IPA started to work too. I already know it's starting to work, starting to set in.
What performance will people still be talking about a year from now, in your opinion?
A year from now?
A year from now.
You talking about on the awards last night?
Yep.
Oh, the Lauryn Hill tribute. I ain't gonna never forget that. Because it was, first of all, she won the living legend award. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like the one-on-one, I don't think we see a lot of those performances inside of the award shows like we used to back in the day, except for the Icon Awards. I think it's more so they lock in more on the Super Bowl than anything else, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
agree.
why I just say Lauryn Hill, and I ain't even have to see it, but I know little parts. Because first of all, the reason why people don't forget it is because it's not one person. Mm-hmm. It's a medley of people doing music. You know what I mean? That's doing different parts. Like I know the Doja Cat was involved, Nas was involved.
Yeah.
I think Queen Latifah was involved.
She was.
Yeah. So stuff like that. Like so, that's easy. The icon, living legend icon tribute.
I agree. I ain't even got to echo it. Same thing. Same sentiments, man. Which artist currently do you think deserves an icon award in the next few years?
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. What's Kendrick showed you that makes you feel like he deserves an icon award?
Pulitzer Prize winner.
Okay.
How he takes music and actually breaks it down to really, really make you think. I'm a hip hop fan.
Yeah, sure.
And a lot of hip hop fans is at the surface level.
Mm-hmm.
Not just him though. I still believe Drake falls in that category, not just because of who it is, it's just to be as dominant as he was all that time and still is in a sense. He may not be exactly how people is because you got to realize the reason why Drake is not as big as he is right now is because the labels aren't pushing him like they did years before. Mm-hmm. J. Cole still because he raps about a lot that's actually what we need to hear. Mm-hmm. Chris Brown, just for being who he is as a performer. You know what I mean? I really probably will put Chris before all of them, to be honest with you. R&B is way more marketable than hip hop, but hip hop I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar first, just because of being, you won a Pulitzer Prize.
That's a big deal.
Like
that's a big deal
for your music.
That's a big deal.
You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Nas has to be for his longevity and his like his contribution.
Sure.
To hip hop. I think I love and fell in love with hip hop again this year because of the albums that came out through Mass Appeal for the last 2 years, like your Big L's and him and Premier and De La Soul and Raekwon and all those albums that came out. Ghostface.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? So it's things of that nature.
Do Jay have one?
What?
Jay should be one, right?
Oh, Jay would definitely be one, and that's what I was getting to last. Just the fact that he can turn around and do an album that came out 30 years ago and still sell out in a few minutes.
Yeah.
And I will be
definitely not.
I will be there on the 12th. Beyonce, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just it's Rihanna. It's a lot of people, man. They could do that Icon Award. It's a lot. They for years to go. Like,
oh, bro, sure.
We'll always have somebody.
So who you think should be the next one?
Next one? So I think that they do it when that person is really pretty much done with their career.
Mm-hmm.
But just left such a mark. Not necessarily done, because last year they did Usher.
Right.
They gotta do Breezy, man. They got to. Chris Brown is, bruh. It's not. He has a Michael Jackson career. Nobody goes from 16 years old. Mike was much younger, but 16 years old and still as big as that they like him Usher basically did.
Yeah.
But I don't think Breezy will ever get it because of the situation that happened with him with Rihanna and things of that nature. But
certain things is gonna make it a little tough.
Right, yeah. You know what I mean? But
I think Jay should.
I don't think no award should, because Jay don't want nothing to do with the awards.
I respect it if he never wants it and he never gets it in that regard. But I mean, as far as like you said, the contribution. Yeah, I think Jay, but definitely Chris Brown. I have nothing against none of that. Yeah, if Chris was the next one, I'd be very comfortable with that.
But whoever else. It's hard to always think who's next, because there's always somebody you're not thinking about.
Absolutely.
Last year, you wouldn't never say, "Oh, Lauryn Hill gonna get it next year."
No.
You would never say that.
No, I didn't.
But if you sit back and you really think about that Icon Award, because they like to go more R&B, I can say Rihanna. Really, be honest with you, because they keep looking for albums for her.
Okay.
And she don't want to do music no more. She good. She a billionaire. She happy.
So you got Rihanna. I like it. In your opinion, do award shows still matter in the social media era?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It gives context and it gives content. It gives people something to talk about. We just did a whole show about it.
Yeah.
And regardless of it just being a podcast, it gets posted on social media sites. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a little bit different now. Obviously, we have more access. You see behind the scenes stuff. You can see stuff leading up to it. Red carpets and stuff. You had to watch TV before. Now, you don't even have to watch the whole award things. You can actually go to social media and catch all of the highlights of whatever you wanted to see. So something that I might have watched in 3.5 hours, you can watch in a matter of minutes. So they clearly invested. Yeah, I don't think it's not something that's still super important to that particular social media era. You know what I mean? I think it's very much important. If you could change one thing about the BET Awards, what would it be?
Nothing. I like the show.
Yeah.
I like the show.
I like how it's structured.
Because I like that everybody's loose. I think a lot of other award shows are a little uptight.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's why I say I like the way it's structured. I like, there's a comedic element to it.
It's supposed to be a fun night.
Yeah, there's some red carpet stuff that leads up to the moment. On one of the channels I was watching it on, actually, Bow Wow had Tiny Desk.
Yeah.
He was doing that. I thought that was dope. But as far as the actual show, if I was changing something, some people may say maybe let it come on a little earlier because it was over at 11:30. So, depending on how long you stay up, nothing other than the fact that, like I said, I just think that I agree with you. It's not as tight. It's definitely, to me, it's an artist show. If you're an artist, that's the one you probably would want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you get to see people perform. Last one, man. What message from the night resonated with you the most about that particular night?
What message from the
night? What message? Like, is there... Lauryn Hill had messages, obviously.
That's the only one I seen, so I can't really fully answer
Tiana
that.
Taylor had a message.
Yeah, I only seen Lauryn Hill's speech.
Okay.
I think what the dopest thing is the message was when she said it's her son's birthday.
Yeah.
And with his permission, she was able to do this because at the end of the day, she's telling you that my family's first.
I agree.
That's the message that I got through those words.
I agree.
So she pretty much was like, if John said he didn't want me to do this tonight, I wasn't going to do it without her saying it.
Yeah.
But he would probably be the type of son, Mom, you have to. You're Mrs. Lauryn Hill.
That's right.
Like, you know
that's
what I mean?
Right. That's right.
So that's all. So I
Lawrence,
think, yeah.
Her message. Yeah, her message was powerful.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't watched nothing else,
if
you ain't watched the whole show, it's like to anybody who's listening to this, if you get a chance. He was saying he was having a hard time kind of finding it. I think at the moment
I seen the speech. I didn't see the tribute.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah,
the tribute and everything. Because I would think that you would want to see it in its entirety. Mm-hmm. The speech comes after the tribute. So really, when you see the speech, you're seeing her after she's already been sang to and all that.
I'll be able to watch that on demand at the crib.
Bro, it ain't no question. It's going to be on there somewhere.
No, I got it on demand at the house. I just couldn't find it on YouTube. I think they blocked it from YouTube because they want you to watch the show.
Possibly. You know what I mean? But you have access to it wherever you can access it, you know, from, it was dope. You know what I mean? But I would definitely agree with you, brother, without a question. That message that I took away from it is that she was saying that she stands up for people. You know, there's a love for one another that we need to have, respect for one another. She said if nobody else respects us, we have to respect each other. So that was my take on that. You can take us out of there, bro.
That was another episode of Questions by D, and E was answering, and I appreciate y'all for tuning into the questions. Because, you know, we don't play around because I ain't no toy. You know what I mean? You think I'm a toy, I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you one thing. Not your boy. Ain't a toy.
They say what
there
they
we
say.
Go. So listen, y'all, this has been episode...
Stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
That's it. What's this? Episode 2 what? 40?
40, bro.
240.
Yeah.
240. Let's clap it up for that. The Porch Podcast. I like y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all do each and every time. Do remember, you can hear this show, episode 240, and all the other 239 episodes on your favorite podcast and streaming sites like iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, Audible. Pete, tell them where they can see us at.
You see us each and every week right on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast. Please remember, if you have not done so already, please hit the like button, subscribe button, share, tell a friend about your favorite podcast, The Porch Podcast, and how we doing it over here. As me and E say, we know that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you. This has been episode, like E said, number 240.
240.
And we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe, be blessed, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace, family.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.